specialist data scientist and advanced analytics. He is a graduate with a bachelor engineering in mechanical engineering from the University of Johannesburg. He is currently running a data analytics course for beginners, and he's here. Good morning, and thank you for coming through.
Thank you very much for having me. Super excited for today.
So tell me about this project that you are currently spearheading.
Yeah, so I took an initiative to upskill a lot of our youth due to what we have seen on a high unemployment rate and also the lack of the relevant skills in the market. So I took an initiative to educate people on coding, more especially to become a data analyst and data scientist. So so one of the things that I do is just to teach coding, SQL, Python, and also the other skills like data visualization. And so that's what I've embarked on that journey, just to equip our youth. Hopefully, most of them will become employable in the future.
Is this all taking place online?
Yeah.
Is it a virtual class?
Yeah. So we have live session in the evenings. So I host in the evenings between 6 o'clock and 10 p.m. So so it's online, it's live. Every session is being recorded for the students that have joined the classes to be able to watch even after. So even if you're working, you wanna still learn, but maybe you work night shift, you can even join the classes so that you can get to watch the recordings maybe after work. And so it's a super interactive course so that people can just learn the basics and then two advanced skills as well. So
Well, you could have worked for someone else, but you're deciding to do this. Why did you make that choice?
So I do work full time. So this is something that I do
on the side.
On the side,
it's a side hustle.
I wouldn't call side hustle now because it's very impactful, and it's something that also has helped me to grow in my own space, right? Because if you're teaching something that you do on a day-to-day, I have refined my skills. I'm more effective now in my coding, and I understand more. I'm always researching about this space of data analytics. So beyond just being a side hustle, it's also a self-improvement journey for myself to improve my coding skills, to improve how I approach business analysis. Because at the end of the day, us as business analysts, we help companies or businesses to drive business decisions. So getting myself entrenched in that and also sharing with other people, it helps with me to understand more beyond just where I was before. So I think since I started this journey, it's also been about self-improvement as well. It's also been about learning myself just to improve my coding skills and also how I analyze data and helping the organization that I work for to drive business decisions.
Okay, so look, with data analytics, it's such a catchphrase because I know during lockdown, a lot of companies were forced to move online, and that meant understanding the market. Who are you selling to, catering to? That's when the data analytics kind of niche grew from 2020 and 2021. What other careers, though? What can one do in that space, like you as a data analyst?
So you can so within the analytics space, you can specialize on what you want to do, right? So by the core skills, of course, is like understanding your Excel, understanding your coding in SQL, understanding data itself, and maybe, for example, right, you could work as let's say you're into marketing, right? You could work as a marketing analyst, and then you branch in within the space of analytics to specialize in a specific field, right? Marketing analyst, for example, understanding customer behavior, understanding maybe, for example, when is the best time to post, what is your target group, understanding customer segmentation, and just understanding customer behavioral patterns in order for them to also like purchase your goods, and also how to attract them from a marketing perspective. So there is field within within analytics that you can go on, right? So of course the umbrella could be analytics, but the biggest currency here is data, right? Understanding data, understanding how to read data and how to interpret data effectively, and also just to prepare data, because for example with TikTok, right? Whenever you do a post, whenever you post, there's analytics that they give you on your post. What time do most people watch the post, and then what is the age group, and then what location is it, and all those kind of stuff. So there's so much data that you can use there to grow your business. Whether you're a startup business or whether you're a big organization, you can use analytics within them within the marketing space just to grow your business, just to ensure that you reach the right consumers with your analytics or with your selling point. Yeah. So yeah.
So with the program that you're running, virtually, how long is the program running for, and like how many months if I enroll in it, do I need to have in order to be qualified?
So I think we take about I span the program for data analytics in a period of 5 months. So reason being it's because like we had core focus from month one in coding, right? So so it's a 5 month program. So but we estimate by the third month you should be coding efficiently in SQL, which is structured query language, which is like the coding language that we use for databases and understand that interact allow you to interact with your data. So within the first 3 months, it's just to get you entrenched. So my approach is actually different, unique, right? I don't get you to coding straight into the laptop. I make you first write down the syntaxes, like how to code. You write it down, it gets registered in your brain. I like it calling the oblongata. So I make you write down. Afterwards, I then put you on like a coding environment. Like for example, we use industry related technology like Databricks, Snowflake, and Microsoft SQL Server. So once you start coding on the computer, you start then coding with something that if you go and work in a big organization or in the bank, in the retail space, in finance, in insurance, you will then use the same technology. So that's the unique part about this course. And yeah, so people when they get there, they learn relevant skills that are already like in the market. And the big bonus of it, right, within the course, we help you build a portfolio, because more than just having a certificate, right, it's having a portfolio demonstrating that, okay, this is a project that I worked on, this is how I solved it, this is the challenges that I encountered. So people are we're no longer on a certificate focus, we're focused on the skills and building, showcasing what you can do, right? Yeah, so that's the big part of the course. So we spend time and like looking at world-related problems that people can solve, and then we give them the project. It's called case studies. So we do case study after case study, and end to end. So you get to code, you get to use Excel to do some analysis. You get to also use Power BI to build some dashboard. Like you get people end up like being like
So it just takes 5 months, and then you're good.
Yeah. So I think you're good if you're
consistent. You are employable.
Like I believe so, because look, we have Monday to Thursday, right? So it's consistent. So what I believe is about consistency, right? If you attend Monday to Thursday, of course, over the weekends you can then go refresh your mind with what you have learned during the week. After 5 months, you should be good. You should be good. Like you can take a chance. Like we have heard one guy during class giving us a testimony that he got a job from learning the course, and I mean, like I was like, wow, and this guy now, even the company now he's worked for, they even paid for him to join the course. So you can see the impact, and then, it's a touching story. And some people go to interviews, and when they get to the interview, they're asked about based on the things that we have taught them in class. So that's the beauty of this course. And then I think, of course, we just started this year. We'll get more testimonials of people getting employed, people getting promoted in their companies, and some people also growing their own personal businesses from this course. And that's what I'm aiming for. Like it's all about impacting and helping people to know what is data and how they can drive business decision within their company with this data. Absolutely, yeah.
Look, based on your experience, can one learn online? Let's say someone, because I've heard people say, I've picked up coding online, I taught myself, Can you just do that and be qualified, or you will need a course like yours?
Look, I'm the product of that myself, right? I studied mechanical engineering. None of the things that I studied in university really actually applies directly, right? In mechanical engineering, you're studying about machines, thermodynamics, and something that irrelevant with the coding that I currently do. So I was fortunate enough I was taught by another person, right? So someone took an initiative. I was in a graduate program. Someone took an initiative to teach me and to show me how it's done. Of course, you can use learning resources online, but having someone to guide you, to show you the way, to show you what you should read on, what should you focus on, and all that, taking you through the journey, that helps you more than anything, more than just getting an online course, because sometimes the online course won't hold you accountable. you know. So, but just having someone to guide you, show you the way, that's the best way to learn, I think. And it's a faster way because I have experience, and then I will tell you, no, don't go this road, take this route. So I've walked the journey for you, and then now I walk with you in the journey, and then you become more equipped, you become more aware, and you become more resourceful because you have someone showing you and someone who has done the research before you. You understand? So that's the benefit of it, right? Yeah.
And there's quite a lot of young unemployed people across the continent, and the chat is get into coding, get into AI. But who's employing these people once they've qualified and they've done these 6 months, 5 months courses? Who are the employers?
So look, I mean, it depends, right? So it depends. So there's so many startup companies that are looking for these skills. So the downside of maybe online courses, maybe before mine, right, is more of like people go online to get a certificate. That's the misconception. That's the biggest problem. You have so many certificates from online courses, but you don't have the skill. I ask, for example, when people approach me and say, "Oh, Rofhiwa, I'm looking for a job in this space," and then the first question I'll ask, "Can I see your portfolio? Can I see what you have done before?" You understand? Beyond just the CV, right? Because the CV, of course, you can write whatever you want to write, but I want to see your portfolio. I want to see your experience. So before you even look for employment, let's see what you have done. Let's see what problem, use cases you have solved, right? And then, so big organization can always take on these people because in most cases, for example, right, you won't, I hardly hear that there's a university that's offering an undergraduate degree in just data analytics itself. You understand? It's either they go for a degree in mathematical science and then they have to diverge into data analytics, maybe in the honors level and in the master's level. Whereas these skills, you can attain them, right? So employers, like in the different sectors, they can employ these people, right? Based if they look at this
locally, not internationally.
Even internationally, actually, like you find people getting like remote jobs based on their skills and all those kind of stuff. So you're not limited to. That's the beauty of data analytics. You're not limited to which organization can employ you. It can be the national company, you start working remotely. It could be local companies, and then you start working for them either online or hybrid. So there's no limitation to that, right? So of course, I'm looking at my people getting employed in local organization as well, just to see if they can do well and how they can progress as well. And also like growing up consulting new firms. So, like I encourage people, if you have the skill, also spin up something, also start your own consulting in the space. If you have the skill, you're confident in yourself, start a consulting company, join hands with the other students that are in the course. Let's start a consulting. Let's go and show other businesses what we can do for them and how we can grow their businesses using data. So that's the beauty of analytics as well. You're not limited to what you can start as well. So you can get into this space, entrench yourself, and spin up like a consulting firm. And then you can also start like helping other small organizations or small companies to do analytics. So beyond just looking at employment, it's also now starting to create employment or starting to do more things to be able to generate income for yourself. So yeah. So
we're talking to my guest this morning, Rofhiwa Nemukula, who is a specialist data scientist and advanced analytic expert. Can I say that? We just have a few seconds before we have to take our last bulletin of the day. We'll continue our chat with him after the news. And you're the first person to come and say that you don't go straight to the computer when you teach someone how to code. They must draw it. So I want to see if you can teach me how to code in I don't know how many minutes we're going to get after the news. And then you must show me this drawing. I want to, because someone said coding is like putting on a jacket. And I'm like, so still I'm thinking, how? Like, what do you mean by that? So, but I think it's understanding the patterns, ne? So let's see if I can understand the patterns before he leaves. But let's go to the news now. We'll continue with Rofhiwa shortly after the series Tech Africa, right here on Channel Africa, the African Perspective.
SABC News, the African Perspective.
Your headlines: Mozambique Chapo says the country must maximize its resources and expand its partnership with the World Bank beyond the energy sector, and the DRC and M23 rebels reach a ceasefire deal. Good morning, I'm Nusi Pozuma. Mozambican President Daniel Chapo says the country must maximize its resources and expand its partnership with the World Bank beyond the energy sector. He was speaking after a site visit to the Kahora Basa hydroelectric plant in Songo with the World Bank President AJ Banga. Banga's two-day visit to the Southern African nation formed part of the government's efforts to lay the foundations for Mozambique's economic independence.
As I said to the World Bank President, we are not going to stop here. We want to concentrate on 4 main areas with the World Bank. The tourism issue, so we can boost tourism in Mozambique. We also want to concentrate on agriculture, mineral resources and energy, as we already working in these areas, and also infrastructure development.
World Bank Group President AJ Banga has concluded his first official visit to Mozambique. This included a high-level meeting with Mozambican President Daniel Chapo, who reaffirmed his commitment to deepening collaboration with the World Bank. Chapo's emphasized particularly advancing strategic economic initiatives with a strong focus on energy development. World Bank President AJ Banga explains.
We are discussing with the government of Mozambique the idea of investing in another 1,500 megawatts downstream from here, a cascade project. And then, in the meantime, we're also doing some investing in solar capacity, 400 megawatts. And then he has some master plans, which I think are even more interesting in terms of adding more capacity in this plant and renovating this plant and then adding further downstream. So if you look at a 10-year picture of this president's thinking, which I share, it is to make Mozambique an energy powerhouse.
The Congolese government and the M23 rebels have reached a ceasefire deal at talks in Qatar. They say they are committed to a permanent end to fighting in eastern Congo. Now, this move towards peace after 3 months of talks in Doha has been widely welcomed. The African Union called it a major milestone. The BBC's Simon Ponsford has the details.
The Congolese government and the M23 rebels agreed there would be no attempt to seize new positions by force and that they would refrain from what they called hate propaganda. It also builds on a deal last month designed to disarm groups fighting in eastern Congo. That was agreed at talks in Washington between Kinshasa and Rwanda, which denies backing the M23 rebels, who are mostly ethnic Tutsi fighters. But there remains some scepticism. The new deals are long on ambition for peace, but so far short on detail about how ceasefires will happen.
Operation Dabula says that the strain that undocumented migrants are putting on South Africa's healthcare systems is evident. The civil organization has justified their actions, saying they are driven by the complaints of the citizens. This after it was criticized for preventing undocumented migrants from entering public healthcare facilities. Operation Dudula, President Zandile Dabula.
People have been complaining that they go to the clinics, it's full, or they wake up very early in the morning to go in queue. And then probably by 12, then the line will be cut because the healthcare workers now, they will not manage to work 24 hours. So they will cut the line and ask them to come back tomorrow. Or sometimes if they are being seen by the nurses, then there's no medication.
And finally, the CEO of Astronomer, an American tech company, Andy Byron, who was seen in a close embrace with a woman at a Coldplay concert, has resigned. Earlier this week, a video of Byron and a woman believed to be the company's human resources head went viral after the pair were seen dodging cameras as they appeared on the concert's Kiss Cam. This led to Astronomer's launch of a formal investigation. The company has released a statement saying that its board of directors has accepted Byron's resignation. It says that the former CEO failed to meet the company's standards of conduct. A recap of your top story. Mozambican President Daniel Chapo says the country must maximize its resources and expand its partnership with the World Bank beyond the energy sector. He was speaking after a site visit to the Kahora Basa hydroelectric plant in Songo with the World Bank President AJ Banga. Now, for any news stories you would like to share with us, please send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za or call us on +27 11 714 4459. For Channel Africa News, I'm Nosipho Soma.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
And that was our last news bulletin delivered by Unosipho Zuma. It is 6 minutes past 11 Central African Time. We won't go to music when we kickstart this hour, as we usually do, because we have a guest. You know, we can't keep the guests waiting. We're just talking about coding, and I am chatting to my guest, Rofhiwa. And he is a specialist data scientist and advanced analytics expert, Rofhiwa Nemukula. And I asked him to show me how he codes. It looks quite basic, and I don't know if our camera over there can pick it up. I mean, I know it's a bit far, but it's like English words, you know. So it's not really, because I'm thinking, wow, it must be like shapes and stuff. So this is how he codes. You see how he codes, and this is how I code. I code in 2 seconds. Look at me coding. See, that's how I code.
Okay, wow.
Oh man. Okay, cool. Let's get to serious business now. Okay. And I because I was thinking, if it's as basic as that, why must they start it on a piece of paper when you can just go straight to the PC? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. What's the difference between writing it and typing it?
So, like, for example, right, so to understand something, right, traditionally, like, right, most people, if you went through your schooling period, right, you will spend over from grade 1 to grade 12 writing down, right? So you have developed already the writing skills that that you already know how to write, you understand? So when you write down, for me, it's like you write, you remember. That's how my teachers taught me. Taught me.
Oh, for you.
Up. Yeah. So I believe that the same skill that I've managed me to acquire the skill, and it is the same skill that I can help others to acquire the skill as well. So writing down helps the student to understand more and be able to, understand the syntax, because in coding, the biggest part is understanding the syntax. Yes, it's like, for example, coding is like sometimes like English, like coding in SQL. It's very related to English. When we start writing down, we're entrenching that skill within you before you get coding. You understand? And most likely, people, when they start to the computer, when they see errors that computers give you, they shy away. Because if you write the wrong thing on the computer, it will give you an error.
It will kick you out.
The code won't run. You understand? When you start coding and seeing a lot of errors, it can easily discourage you to quit. But when you start basic, with basic examples, something that you can relate to, you understand, it helps you to now then gain confidence. Like when I tell you that, this is what you're doing, we build up the momentum. And the beauty about it is that when you start coding on the computer, what you were writing down is nowhere different from what you're going to be writing down on your computer. You understand? And understand, most of our people in a different background they don't grow up using computers that frequent, you know. But paper and pen is quite common to people. But the moment you start with them, you start entrench the knowledge while they're writing down on paper when it translates to computers. Now my students are able to code without using AI. Because some people just then go punch the stuff and punch ChatGPT and say, "Code, do this for me," and then it does it for you. But you never end up with the skill, like entrenching your understanding. You understand? And with data, you can put all company data in the ChatGPT. But when you code with understanding, it helps you to now start thinking like a coder, like logically and all those kind of stuff. And that's the beauty about it. Like it's a different approach. It's an approach that has been working for most of my students. That's why now they are quite excellent in the coding and understanding the logic.
So how much then will it cost?
So basically it's priced in like a 500 per month. So it's to be able to accommodate people who working and who are not working. Yeah, so it's just a price point. That accommodates everyone. So so we price it at 500 rand per month for 5 months, and then if you pay the course ahead, we give you a discount as well. So, Yeah.
And you work alone, one man?
No. I have my sister who's also working with me. So my sister studied data science at Vets. She's graduated with cum laude. So she's working for me. She's also assisting me with the general the general admin, and also consulting during the day when I'm at work, because I don't do this thing during the day. I only touch it at night. So my sister runs the operations during the day, ensuring that people have access to the portal. So we have a portal, like a learning management system, where we upload the recording, the notes, and everything. And my sister takes care of all that, and also answering the students during the day, and facilitating everything and ensuring that all the students are happy. If they have struggles, maybe during the day, they contact her.
So at the end, they walk away with a certificate. Are you qualified to give a certificate?
So we're not focusing on certificates. So I don't necessarily give certificates.
So you're like
myself.
a tutor.
I'm like a tutor. I teach. Our courses focus on the technical skills. We're not focused on certificates.
Okay.
So we take you at the end of the course. What we do is we take you through the Microsoft certification, right? So the Microsoft certification allows you to it's a relevant certificate in the market, right? Like a company like Microsoft, it's quite big and offers certificates. So why not we then train you, have the technical skills, and then we take you through the relevant certification that are relatable in the organizational level, because different companies use Microsoft products in the data space. You understand? Like we take you Microsoft certification, AWS certification, that's Amazon Web Services. So I took a decision that I don't want people to come here just to get a certificate. I want people to come here with a mindset that I'm going to learn there just to get the skill, because there's so many certificates that are very not even company are not recognizing, So
that's why I had to ask specifically, like, are you qualified to hand over a certificate of completion? Thank you so much for coming. And I don't think I've learned much coding. I thought, coding is something that is, I'll stick to my lane. I'll keep to what I'm very good at. And what are your social media handles?
So you can catch me on Rofhiwa Nemukula, so my name and my surname, so they just separate with the full stop. On TikTok, I'm available on TikTok, Instagram, also as well on LinkedIn. I'm available on present, Rofhiwa Nemukula. So so catch me on those different social media platforms, and then we can always connect. And also on Facebook as well. I'm available on Facebook.
Okay. It is 13 minutes past 11 Central African time, and that's it with Rofhiwa Nemukula, who is your friend. You need to keep him close if you want to get your coding on, and you want to be good at what you do. So do find him on social media and catch up with what he does with his... it's not courses, because you don't give certificates, so you can't say it's a course.
So it's
training?
It's technical training, basically,
Technical training. All right, yes, now we can take music. I'm sure you're wondering, but why? Why not? Why not? It's okay. I do have so much more music coming your way.